Hey gang, Scott here. Quick video for you about using color range masks to add depth and dimension to your photos, taking advantage of color and how we can push some colors into the background, have other colors come forward or other subjects come forward, and create depth in what is otherwise a two-dimensional photo, like this one I have here, this the bottom of this tree stump, this big tree that's fallen over. Really it's almost like composes itself when you're out in the field and you find this one. But what I want to have here is I really want this this tree stump to move forward, and the greens of the ground cover and the trees in the background to kind of retreat. And so the tree part of it really jumps forward. And some color range masks were really key in doing that. You can see I've done a few things here, and I'll turn them on each as we go along. So first, the tree texture. So it's adding texture there. Notice this is a color range mask. Hovering over this, you can see where I've picked the color right there. And that really just selected the tree, right? This is mostly kind of a washed out, whitish, I don't know, charcoaly gray kind of color. You can see it's almost white when I've chose the range there, just a little bit of refinement. And the adjustment is boosting contrast, boosting texture, boosting clarity, other things we do to bring out detail. I want the detail in that tree, have that really jump toward the viewer's eye. The reverse for the greens, you can see I call this thing green retreat. When I turn that on, notice the greens darken. They get downplayed. They just get smaller. And what happened here? Color range mask, we can see that's the color. Notice that there are some greens showing up in the tree itself, right? If I move back off there, there's some greens here. There's some greens and some mosses in the center of the tree. I don't want those to be removed. So after the color range, subtracting the subject, and then doing a little bit of brushwork to add things in, it added up to this mask here. And then what happens with the sliders? Really just reducing the highlights, reducing clarity, so making those greens softer, a little bit darker. I might even take the exposure down now as we're looking at this. I'll push it far. You can see what's being affected. But just to nudge that a little bit so that those cooler colors, they retreat from our eyes. And the last little bit here is just the cleanup. Downplay the foreground. Once again, linear gradient, so covering this part, but intersecting that with just the greens. So you end up with, I'm only touching the greens here, reducing exposure to just take the emphasis off of that foreground, and then adding a vignette, just a subtle vignette to drive things home. But adding up all those masks, before and then after, to really have that tree jump out. And this was really made easy to do with color range masks. So explore those, especially when you have scenes with cooler colors that can retreat from your viewer's eye, warmer, brighter colors, or just those bright things that our eyes are attracted to, have those jump forward. It'll really add some more depth to your images. Hope you found the video useful. Got questions? Drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.